Hey folks, this is Matt once again. Welcome to another review. Probably the last review I upload today, since I reviewed Project Metal Beast, which had some good effects, but had an intriguing idea, but did not fulfill it. This is another film, I think a better werewolf film, that also has an intriguing premise, but it fulfilled it much better, much faster paced, and this was made for TV. I believe HBO, because it says HBO Pictures. Could be wrong, but it does say HBO Pictures there. But it's full Eclipse. There's a new police force on the streets, and they only come out at night. But this is full Eclipse. Yes, it's bare bones. It's directed by Anthony Hickox, who directed Waxwork 2. He directed Hellraiser 3, among others. There's a DVD, and there's Patsy Kensit, who was in Lethal Weapon 2. But as you can see, the film stars Mario Van Peebles, who's very good in this film, plays a character named Max Dyer. And, well, it says right here, Max Dyer is a special kind of cop. He's basically he's asked to join this special elite police squad. And at first he thinks it's to, talk about the problems, but this police squad led by Bruce Payne, they have special sort of things going on because the way the film's set up at the beginning, Mario Van Peebles, he's having problems with his marriage, and he has a partner who I remember this guy. I think he was in the Dolph Lundgren film Men of War. He's one of those characters, and he's with his partner. And one thing leads to another, and his partner, unfortunately, there's an action sequence, which I thought was pretty well shot. I think Anthony Hickox shot this film very well. For made for TV, for HBO, it was well shot action sequences. Like during this, there's this hostage situation in this club. Him and his partner go in, and basically, nice usage of slow-mo. Bar Van Peebles going down from an air duct, guns a-blazing, two guns a-blazing, practical blood squibs. And unfortunately, though, his partner is shot. He got stuck in the air ducts, and bad guy shooting. His partner gets shot, and he's in the hospital. And of course, Mario Van Peebles is very depressed about this, doesn't know what to do. But then mysteriously someone comes into his partner's hospital room and injects something, and his partner's walking around. And Marv Van Peebles is really great in this. Just his reactions. He reacts like we would, like, what the hell's going on? How can you be walking around? Starts experiencing weird stuff from his partner as he calls. He comes out of the hospital, he's like Dirty Harry on crack. You tell his partner's personality's changed. There's a drive-by, and his partner like does this crazy stuff where he's jumping on the cars, and he's jumping on the bus and shoots and gets on the guy's motorcycle and vroom, vroom, runs with the bad guy right into a wall explosion. And Mario Van Peebles gets there, and his partner just walking towards him. He's bloody wounds, fire in the background, and Mario Van Peebles' eyes and his look is like, what the hell's going on? And ultimately leads to his partner coming in saying, you've been a good friend, you've been a good partner, the best cop. And Mario Van Peebles is like, come on, man, stop that shit. Let's play some damn pool. But then his partner puts a gun and shoots himself in the head. And Mario Van Peebles is like, what the hell is going on? Why did my partner shoot myself? And it led to this elite police squad, this secret police squad, led by Bruce Payne. And among the people there, you have Patsy Kensit, who was in Lethal Weapon 2. If you've seen Lethal Weapon 2, you definitely remember her. And a few other cops. I know one of them is, I believe, the Jason Betty. I believe he's the lead guy in Monkey Shines. So I'm like, oh yeah, I recognize that guy. And basically what happens is these people take this injection, and then they're faster, they're stronger, and there's a time where he witnesses these police squad who takes these injections. They go into this gun runner party, like they're selling guns and stuff, and their faces change, kind of like this, and they're taking people out, and Marvin Van Peebles doesn't know what the hell's going on. He tries to get help, and they kind of turn him away, and he doesn't want to be a part of it, but he kind of gets tricked into it in a really fucked up way. And basically he's got to figure out what the hell's going on, and you pretty much find out where the injections come from. They just gave away when they did that. That Bruce Payne's character is a werewolf. And what I like about this film is it has intriguing idea. It has a great setup. You know, a cop finds out there's this elite police squad who they pretty much have the powers of a werewolf because of this injection, and that's because Bruce Payne is an actual werewolf. And I thought the plot had intriguing ideas. I thought the film was well shot, especially for a made-for-TV, made-for-HBO film. You did practical bullet squibs. It's not wall-to-wall action. It definitely isn't. Maybe because of the budget, because it's made for HBO. But when the action is there, I think it's well shot. It's well done. The special effects are good. Like, you know, there's a moment where these sort of weird orange type claws come out of Marv Van Peebles, and the first thing I could think of is, it's fucking Wolverine. It's Wolverine before the Wolverine movie. Of course, I know, the comic books, but it just made me think of Wolverine. Oh shit, it's like Wolverine. It's a black Wolverine. Uh, and basically, like, this police squad takes the criminals out. As Marv Van Peebles said, so what, it's like a pseudo Charlie Branson vigilante shit here? uh, I'm trying to hesitate because I don't want to give too much away about the film. Because the film is worth a look. I mean, maybe it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I really enjoy the film because I like Marv Van Peebles. I thought the cast did a good enough job. Patsy Kensit, Bruce Payne. I really like the score, especially at the beginning in the opening credits. It's like very subtle. It's like dun, 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 dun. I really like that score. I thought it really fit the film well. And yeah, I like the premise of the idea. I like the premise of how, you know, pretty much werewolf cops in a way, this police squad, and this ingestion, some of them get a little bit addicted to it, and then you also find out what happens if you take too much of this shit, and it's really intriguing ideas. And this film almost seems like a pilot for what could have been a badass TV series, like HBO TV series. Kind of like Forever Night when you had that vampire cop. You know, maybe this, you know, maybe, I don't know. I think it would have been cool to see like an HBO TV series following Marv Van Peebles on. Again, I'm trying to hesitate. I do apologize for that because I don't want to give everything away. But really enjoyable film. I'm just going to give spoilers from here on. It just makes it easier when I'm just giving spoilers talking about a movie. So huge spoilers from now on. Stuff I really loved. Like I said, the opening, the action bits are there. Marv Van Peebles jumping out of the air, that guns a blazing, or later on when his partner is going from car to bus, shooting the guy, practical bullet squibs, getting a guy on the back of his motorcycle. They both hit the damn wall and blows up. Uh, he has a little bit of Marv Van Peebles' character being a very likable guy. You feel bad for him; he's going through marriage troubles, but conversations that he has, they feel natural. Again, I think Marv Van Peebles just really liked him. I really liked his character. Patsy Kensit is very hot. And Marv Van Peebles, again, you really like this character because she's trying to get him to take this drug, and he's like, no. And he even says that, how about I just say, you know, just say no. You know, sort of take on the drug, you know, just say no thing. And Patsy Kensit fucking shoots him. And he's like, what the fuck? And falls down. And she shoots him so that she can inject him and then show him how it heals. And then him and Patsy Kensit actually go into this sort of a drug lab and have a shootout. a better usage of slow-mo doesn't overuse or abuse the slow-mo. I like the makeup effects. They work. And I like the idea that later on he finds a guy in a jail cell who is extremely fucked up, but he can't change back to looking normal. And he says, I used to be with Bruce Payne's group in Miami, because this film takes place in LA. Years ago, I was in Miami, and you take too much of that, you can't go back. And then Marv Van Peebles confronts Bruce Payne about this, and finds out that Bruce Payne is getting the injection, because the other officers, they think that this guy is a chemist, that he made it. They don't realize that he is actually a werewolf, and basically he's getting it from his own brain. And Bruce Payne has a funny thing, this is my brain. And just Marv Van Peebles, this is you on my brain. And basically Marv Van Peebles has to try to stop him. And granted, I have certain faults with the film. For instance, the two faults for me is when Bruce Payne changes into a full-out werewolf, the werewolf suit's not the best. I can admit that. The werewolf suit is not the best suit in the world. It really isn't. But I liked it because it's practical, But at the same time, I've seen much better werewolf suits. I mean, I can even say the one in Baboon, Dog Soldiers, American Wolf in London, The Howling. There's a lot of werewolf films that have. I would say even the werewolf from Project Metal Beast looks better than the werewolf in this, but didn't hurt the film itself. It was okay, it's practical, and they kind of shot a little bit quickly with it. And I like the action scene that ends where they're on this sort of canister, and there's a operator on a crane, and he realizes what's going on, and he leaves. So it's these two, Marvin Van Peebles, this werewolf fighting on this like big old canister, or whatever you want to call it, that's upheld in the air. The only other problem I had is with the ending, because the ending, again, of course, it's spoilers. You're not sure how to take it, because uh, he kills Bruce Payne, but then Bruce Payne says, don't let it end here. Lie in my blood, protect the innocent. And then later on, you find out it's years later, and Marv Van Peebles has taken Bruce Payne's power. And in fact, he's with his wife again. His wife gets a cut, and he licks it, and we see that her cut heals. So I don't know if it healed because he licked it and sucked it. So because he has the power, so his saliva got into the blood and it healed the wound on the finger, or is he giving her injections, and that's why she's healing. And she's not impressed. She's not like shocked because she's known about this for a while. So I'm not quite sure about that. Also, he sits down and, they're in Denver now, and he says, okay, there's 9 days till the full eclipse. Is he now Bruce Payne and a bad guy? Or is he now, I guess this is the way I want to look at it, he's now sort of become sort of a kind of like a superhero in a way. Sort of like now he's going to do the job right, but, if there's some really bad guys, he's going to become a werewolf cop and fuck some shit up. That's why I'm saying this would make like a really cool TV series. Like this would be an awesome pilot, and then the TV series made for HBO, so have the blood, have the practical bullet squibs still there, but have Marvin Van Peebles as a werewolf cop. Like for the most part being normal, and then maybe coming this from time to time, fucking people up, kind of like I barely remember Forever Night, that TV show with the vampire who was a cop. But maybe it could be like that, like Forever Night, but maybe a little bit more action-packed. So that's the way I want to look at it, that he is now going to protect the innocent. He's going to be, use his powers for good. That's what I want to look at. So I like the intriguing ideas, and I thought it was well shot and well made for TV. Good cast, and I really like Marvin Van Peebles. But I enjoy this werewolf film. Thanks.